Hey everybody, James Phillips here. It's another week of Inside The Vikings. Coach Bailey?
Yeah, man.
We're talking about 5 wins in a row.
5 in a row, man. Glad to have them.
You got to be happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. 5 in a row. Proud of the kids, man. Proud of how they've been playing. We certainly got better and grown each week. So they're doing some good things, man.
We hadn't talked in a couple of weeks. You had a little kind of emergencies in the family. I had a death in the family, so it's been
all kind of stuff, man. It never stops. It never stops. Feel like it may slow down at some point. I don't know when that's going to happen, but yeah, Wallace. He spent my middle son. He spent 11 nights in Children's Hospital, dude. It's a bad deal. So long story short, had an infection in his abdomen with his appendix and all that. And he was a sick little guy there for a while, but he's doing much better now. My wife was the real rock star through all of that, yeah. But he's doing a lot better now. So.
I think we all knew she was the rock star.
If there's any clarification needed on that.
But that'll earn you some points.
I hope so. Yeah. I need them.
Well, let's talk about the last couple of games since we hadn't talked about those yet. 2 big wins.
Yep, on the road.
Yeah, both on the road. Region wins. Yep. Now y'all are sitting nice, tied for second place in the region.
Yep. So 2 weeks ago, went to Carver. Started fast, man. Jumped out on them. Jumped out 28-0 quick in that game. I believe it was 47-14. At halftime, and then kind of did what we needed to do there in the second half. But played really well, man, on both sides of the ball. I mean, outside of a couple things, here and there. I think we threw the pick 6. Certainly don't want to do that. Let them get behind us a couple of times on defense. But outside of a thing here or there, I thought we played really well in all 3 facets. John Carroll. So started maybe a little slow in that game. I think it was scoreless at the end of the first quarter, and some of that had to do with kind of their strategy of holding the ball and running the play clock down and trying to keep it away from us and that kind of stuff. We fumbled on our opening drive. We were moving. I think we got 3 first downs and then fumbled, so certainly can't do that. But then from there on out, I think the offense scored 7 touchdowns on our next 7 possessions. So it was 21-0 at halftime, and then kind of did what we needed to do in the second half there. John Carroll didn't score on our starting defense. They didn't score until we had some younger guys there at the end. So I think that thing finished up 48-7. So yeah, man, a lot of positive things happening, a lot of positive momentum right now. I mean, you mentioned the 5 in a row. We're certainly glad to have them. We got quite a test coming in here this week, so we need to be ready to play our very best football. So this one's to host a playoff game, man. If we win this game, beat Pleasant Grove, we'll be the number 2 seed in the region, which means we get to host a playoff game. If we lose, we'll be the 3 seed, and we'll have to go on the road. So obviously, you'd much rather play at home than on the road. So a lot riding on this one.
Talk about some of your players over the last few weeks, and really over the 5-game win streak that have really stepped up and kind of been leaders this season so far.
Spencer's done a good job, man. He's playing at a high level right now. He had that 99-yard touchdown run against John Carroll. I told him coming offside, I said, you either just set or tied a record that will never be broken. It's a 99-yard touchdown run. That'll be the longest rush in Viking football history. Maybe tied, but nobody can break it. So he's doing a good job for us. Makai Pledger has come on, man. He's had really 2 solid couple weeks. Bubba Odom's doing a lot of nice things on the defensive side. Corey Shepard is playing at a really high level for us right now. Landon Castillo is playing at a high level. Cole Sargent, who you just talked to. And there's several others, man. Trey Reese has grown up a lot, man. He's playing really good football right now. Braxton Houston, JoJo Odom, all 3 of those guys along the defensive front are doing a good job. The O-line's come along as a whole. They're still young up there, man. We've had to move some pieces and have some guys in different spots, but they're continuing to grow and get better. So there's several, man, that have played a hand in the past month and a half or so.
And how big a difference do you see in the team from week 1, 2 till now?
Well, I think there's a huge difference in the team. Well, there ought to be.
Yeah.
You better be better week 8 than you were week 1. So I think they've grown a lot, man. I think they've come together. I think they're believing, playing with more confidence. A lot of positive momentum. Our level of execution has certainly increased, and I think there's been tremendous growth over the past 8 weeks.
All right, Coach, now we're going to go to the film room. You're going to show us a play from last week's.
Be good.
And then when we come back, we'll talk about Pleasant Grove.
Okay.
Now we're joined by senior Cole Sargent. Cole, the last couple weeks you've had a couple big games, and really the whole season. Your senior year, you right at the top of the team in tackles, at the top of the team in interceptions. In the last 2 weeks, you had double-digit tackles and interception in both games. Just tell me a little bit about your season so far, and especially the last 2 wins.
Yeah, it's been fun. We've definitely grown from the beginning of the season. the defense has especially grown, and the offense has been scoring the ball a lot more. And we got a big game this week. We got to go out and play a really good game. So.
Yeah, y'all are playing Pleasant Grove. They've been to the state championship game 2 or 3 years in a row.
Yes, sir.
But it's at home. And so you got them coming here. How important is it for the fans to come out and support you guys?
It's really important. It's a big game. It's for who gets home at the playoffs the first week. So
you're ready to go then?
Yes, sir.
Anything about the last 2 weeks that's been a difference? Or really, y'all have won, what, 5 games in a row?
Yes, sir.
What's the change?
I think we've just been more locked in than the first 2 weeks. We really have been working hard because we lost those first 2 games, and so we've just been trying to win and get back on track.
Well, congratulations on the year so far and your senior year. I hope you continue to have success, and then maybe we'll see you next year playing at college or something.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, we're in the film room now. Coach Bailey, you're going to go over a couple of plays with us. Y'all had back-to-back scores, is that right?
Yeah, so the first one we're going to go over was the last play of a scoring drive in the third quarter. Then our defense got a stop. Cole Sargent, who you talked to earlier, got a pick. So we got the ball on the 1 yard line. And then Spencer's 99-yard touchdown run was the first play of that drive. So, yeah, back-to-back offensive snaps, we were able to score a touchdown. So this is the first one right here. This is about a 3rd and 6 call. So this is a play that we run a few times, especially on this part of the field. Okay, so you set this up with another play that we run. So the setup play to this is pink zone left. Okay, which is something, again, that we run a lot because we run a lot of split zone, a lot of split inside zone. So pink is really the naked off that. So what pink means to the receivers, okay, that's a route concept. The Z, who's number 1 down here, he's got an MOR. The Y, right, he's running a 10-yard out. The H-back is going to be split flow in the flat. And then the X is running the crosser. He's mirroring the quarterback at 10 yards. You can pair this with a different run scheme. That's what talks to the linemen. Okay, pink and orange tells them that they can't go downfield, right? So their low hat run demeanor, firing off the football, they have a 3-yard buffer. Okay, they can't go past that because obviously it'd be lineman downfield. Right, so on the pink play, right, we fake inside zone. H-back would be split flow in the flat. Their route concept is the same, and then the quarterback will come out of that, read it. He's the flat to the out to the crosser. Now this play is pink zone left, bus stay. So the bus talks to the running back. That is the back up the sideline, right, and then stay talks to the H-back because he's got to stay and block the backside in. Right, so Garrett Busby right here, right, he's going to fake inside zone. He's going to kind of throttle down like we're running pink, and then he's running the wheel out the backside. And this is a tough deal to defend, right, because you got the X running the crosser, right, so it would be one of these linebackers that has the back in man coverage. Well, they think it's, right, run fake, oh, it's naked, right, so then they lose him, right, so again, Spence will just roll out, he'll set his feet, and then he throws it back to the running back who wheels down the sidelines. Buzz breaks the tackle, gets in the end zone right there. So that's it, man. Left hash, 3rd and 6.
He made a good play there at the end.
He did, yep. Flex, pink zone left, bus stay. Yep, that's the call. Set his feet, throw it back. That's him. It's a good little deal, man, on that part of the field. 25, 30. It's a nice little deal. We've called it several. You've seen that play over the past couple years. Have some success on this part of the field. So, well executed, man. There it is. G-Buzz special. That's what he calls it. Garrett Busby is the one that called it. He really likes this play. He likes being in for this play.
Yeah,
he calls it the G-Buzz special. And he does a good job running it. He really does. So that's it. All right, moving on to the next one. And I hate that the camera started a little late on this clip. But again, going back, this was right after Cole's interception, first play of the drive. We got it on the 1 yard line. So we're in 21 personnel here, heavier personnel again because we're backed up coming off the goal line. So 21 means you got the tight end, H-back, running back, and then 2 receivers in that set. Okay, so this is Queen's left, which puts the tight end on the left. H-back will always line up based on the play, and the 2 receivers are opposite of that, which is down here on the left side of your screen. So this is quarterback power left, right? So the back will fake across. The quarterback is now the running power. So everybody on the front side, and again, based on front structure and those kind of things, we'll have some combo calls. But basically, everybody on the front side is down blocking this thing. H-back's kicking out the end man on the line of scrimmage. Backside guard is pulling for the front side linebacker. And that's power. Quarterback's got to go fit it inside hip of the puller. He makes the safety miss here, and then off he goes. And once it turned into a foot race, that was that. So
And I think that's the thing people don't realize is how fast Spencer is.
He can run, cuz. Yeah, man. He can run for real. He got out down here against Mojo. He's got out a couple different times, man, in his career here. I'd say really several times, man. He got out against Demopolis and scored it from like 60, so he can go. Again, I hate that you can't see all of this clip. It kind of picks up in the middle of it, but yeah, a bunch of down blocks. H-back kicks out the M-man. Puller needs to be tighter. I can go ahead and tell you that. He's too wide. He's got to fit that thing tighter, but Spencer does a good job fitting the ball where it's supposed to go. It's a well-blocked play, man. Once we put him on the safety, he makes that guy miss, and then it turns into a foot race, and that was that. So I think that pushed it out to 42-0 right there towards the end of the third. So
when you look at that play, and it looks like he's covered up there at the beginning because everybody's
You see how excited these guys are back here, the big guys. So.
But like when he first takes off right in this, it's like a rugby pile right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodies down there.
Yeah, and then he just squeezes through.
Yeah, he kind of just squirts on out of there. And there he goes.
Touchdown Vikings.
Touchdown Vikings, man. Glad to have them. Glad to have them. So, yeah, that's a breakdown of a couple of touchdown plays.
Now, I got to give my buddy Brett Elmore a little grief. He called it a 98 yard.
I believe I've heard, 98. I'm going to think it's 99, man.
We're going to set him straight.
Our stats were 99.
That was 99 yards. And
can't have a longer one.
I'm going to say it was 99 and 11. No, it wouldn't be 11 inches. That's a little bit less than a foot. I'm not a math person.
11 inches is 1 inch less than a foot.
Right. So
yes.
This was
a yard is
36 inches.
A yard is 3 feet.
So this was 99 yards and 35 inches. That's what I'm saying.
So that ball was, almost.
It was on
as
the line.
Close as it could be.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So nobody's breaking that record.
No, not at that. No, not if we got it at 99 and 35 inches. No.
All right, we're back in, Coach. Let's talk about Pleasant Grove. Are you going to face a better team this year at all? I know Ramsey beat them, but
there's a better looking team in 5A. I don't know if I want to see that much. They're pretty good, James. Just being honest with you, man. That's a fine ball club. Offensive side, they're big, physical up front, man. Running backs can go. Got some wide receivers that can go. Quarterback handles it well. Throws a good ball, man. Operates their offense. Doesn't run a ton. They don't necessarily use him in that way, but they're pretty explosive on offense. Defensively, that front seven is as good as we've seen. They got about 8 different D linemen that they play that can all play. They're big, physical up there. Linebacker number 1 is beautiful, man. 6'3", 215. I think he's like a 3 or 4 star. They got guys on the back end that can run. They are physically, they're a good football team. So certainly a challenge, man. Got to be ready to play our best football. There ain't no doubt about it.
It's not very often that you're going to play a team that's been in the state championship 3 years in a row.
3 years in a row. Yeah, they don't happen much. Yeah, they've been there 3 years in a row. So certainly a challenge, man. Certainly a test for our guys. And they're excited about the opportunity to go out and compete against somebody like that. So we got to make sure we're at our best. That's for sure.
Well, the thing is, your guys should be used to playing tough competition. After the reason you were in the last couple of years.
We're in the last couple of years, and then opening up Center Point, Ramsey. And so as far as the speed and athleticism of the game, we have certainly seen some opponents like that over the past couple of years.
How important is a big crowd?
Extremely important. Having games like this at home, man, the crowd has got to affect the football game because they can. They can positively impact the football game. So having a lot of people out here supporting us, that'll certainly help.
Crowd, band, all that.
Crowd, band, students, community, your dog, everybody. Yeah, everybody you got, bring them out, man.
Bring the dogs out, huh?
Keep them off the field. Just whoever you got, man.
It would be good video though if a dog made the field.
I'm sure. I think Ugga bit somebody at one point. That was years ago. You remember that? They were playing Auburn. Ugga bit somebody. Has Smokey bit anybody up at Tennessee?
I think Smokey's too lazy. So let's not talk about Tennessee.
Sure, that's probably not a good one to bring up. I thought somebody told me that Smokey bit somebody.
He may have.
Maybe he has.
He's a wild animal.
Yeah. Well, LSU with that tiger down there, that's the most intimidating.
Well, that's what I was going to mention, UNA. You don't want a lion to bite you.
No, you don't. No, that's it. Game over. But LSU, man, they'll poke that thing. What's his name, Mike?
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, he'll poke that thing and he'll get the run.
Yeah, he'll get all mad. You think PETA or somebody would be upset about poking the
probably
tiger?
Are. We're probably going to get some backlash over this because I said something about poking a tiger.
Well, Coach, I'm glad we can go out on a positive note.
Sure.
Tell everybody, come out here, give us a big go Vikes, and we'll see them next
absolutely. Big game against Pleasant Grove. Vikes have won 5 in a row. Got a big one at home, big region game, so need a huge crowd. Looking forward to seeing everybody. Go Vikes!
Go Vikes!
the receiver Bubba here. This is a heck of an individual play. Stays in bounds, takes it down the sideline, and then punches this thing in with 6 seconds left before half. So not exactly, okay, the result was how you would draw up 2-minute drill, right? Scoring a touchdown with 6 seconds left. But how you go about doing that, 2 incomplete passes, and then throwing a wheel ball on RPO, and the kid makes a heck of a play. So the result was what you wanted, but the process is not typical of your 2-minute drill. But you certainly see the excitement on our sideline right here, and to be able to answer their score and push it out to 35-7, and to have that final score right before the first half, kind of take the momentum back going into the locker room, and that was a big play right there. So we'll watch it from the tight
Spencer
shot.
really shows that arm strength on this one,
He's
too.
got it now. As far as arm talent, man, he's got it. So he's on the run. I mean, you can see he's moving when he throws this and just whips this thing. Let's see, ball leaves his hand from, he's on about 16 or 17. And then this ball is called almost on the 40. So, I mean, arm talent now. I mean, he can spin it. There ain't no doubt about that, kid. All right, so from the butt shot, and again, we need to this is not exactly squared up on this film footage right here, but zone left by the lineman. This is even front, okay, on the front, so left tackle will go base. These guys will go Gus. These are just combo calls that we use for the lineman as far as they know who they're working with, okay, so center, left guard, they'll Gus the 3-tech to the front side linebacker, which is 10. Right guard, right tackle will slip, right, this 3-tech back here to 20, and then 25 is the read. So got to be inside out of that and get our face crossed on the front side of it. Center, left guard are in good shape. The slip's not in bad shape. Feet through contact by the right tackle. He's got to be in. Pad level's got to be better right there. Grant's got to go. His face has got to be on the inside pec back here. Can't be on the back half. Okay, and then again, like I said, as far as base install of this play, ball probably should have really been handed off. But, you know, situationally, he makes a miss, stays alive long enough, gives Bubba a chance, and then you can really see what kind of football play this is out of Bubba when you watch it from the butt. He goes up, high points this thing, goes and gets it, breaks 2 tackles right here on the sideline.
Look how close
I mean,
he is
yeah,
right there.
and has the strength and the body control to stay in bounds right here, okay, and then goes and gets down the sideline and punches it in with 6 seconds left. So, yeah, huge play in the football game right there. Sends us up 35-7, and glad to have it. So that's the film breakdown of the long touchdown pass right there, right before half.
And Bubba told me when he made that turn, he knew. He was taking to the crib.
He knew, yeah, to the crib, to the house. He did, man. So, yeah, certainly happy for him and happy for our team as well. It's a big play right before halftime.
Well, Coach, that's really it for this week. I hope we have some big plays in a couple weeks.
Absolutely, yeah, certainly hope so.
For the game against Hayden. Hayden actually a pretty improved team this year.
They're a good ball club, man. I mean, they really are. So, yeah, I already started the film breakdown on them, obviously. But they're not wing T anymore. You know, they were wing T for a while. They're more 20 personnel, more zone read, a lot of GT, quarterback counter kind of stuff. A lot of bear front, a lot of pressure defensively. That's kind of their MO over there. But they have beaten Carver. They have beaten John Carroll. So, yeah, man, they're certainly an improved football team, and we need to make sure that we're ready to go and ready to play our best football.
Well, Coach, thanks for being here again this week.
Absolutely.
For Coach Bailey, I'm James Phillips. This is Inside the Vikes, and we'll see you next week. Go
Appreciate
Vikes.
it, guys. Go Vikes!